If you haven't played this tutorial in a while, or you're just simply watching Nebulous Fleet Command content on YouTube, and you're wondering what each of the green, blue, and red rings mean, this is the video for you. The green rings is the point defense zone for a particular ship. Here I have selected Pinard 1, which doesn't have a point defense missile, but does have a point defense turret of the Defender. The Defender has a range of 1700 meters, which we can see represented by the green rings, both on a flat plane and on a vertical plane. The two rings represent and intersect to show the coverage of the point defense of that ship. If I select the heavy cruiser, it has the point defense missile, which has a range of 4,500 meters, and we can see the range rings have now been extended to show the coverage of the point defense missile. The next ring is the blue ring. The blue ring represents the maximum range of the radar equipped on that ship. Here we have a Pinard equipped with a frontline radar, which has a range of 8,000 meters, and we can see that represented by the blue ring. And we have a heavy cruiser with the Parallax, which has a larger ring of 9,500 meters. The red ring represents the maximum offensive range of the ship selected. Here, this ship is selected with both Thunderheads and Squall missiles, as well as Hurricanes. All have a range of 14,000 meters, which is the range of this here red ring. The heavy cruiser, however, only has a range of 11,250 meters, which is the range of its 450mm cannons. If you deselect any ship and you're in the tactical view, you can see how all of these overlap. Here we can see the point defense zone of all the small corvettes, then supported by the larger point defense zone of the heavy cruiser. We can see the range of all the frontline radars with the heavy cruiser's longer range radar before that. And then from what we've just shown between the different corvettes and the heavy cruiser's maximum gun range, as well as the missile range for all the corvettes. If you put all your ships in a formation, then the largest ring will always be used to show you the maximum coverage that formation can achieve. Here you have the corvette's 1400 meter mark for the missiles. You have the 9,500 meter radar for the Parallax on the heavy cruiser, and you have the 4,500 meter range for the point defense missile on the heavy cruiser. You can still switch between ships to see their individual range, however now by clicking off. However now it simplifies the view and only shows the ranges that you need to worry about. Why is it important to know this? Here you can see with no ship selected, each of the rings make it look quite cluttered. However, we can derive information such as each of the corvette's rings is covering the approach of missiles towards the heavy cruiser in the center, and the heavy cruiser's point defense missiles are able to protect all the corvettes within its bubble. We can also see that we have the ability to see all the way out along the maximum blue range rings, and we're able to strike all the way out across most of the battlefield if we detect something. So with all that information, you can now use these different rings when on the battlefield so that you can position your ships not only to maintain coverage of certain areas of the battlefield, but to mutually support each other as well.